Let's have a little chat about me. I'm a real big fish.
And we are getting ready to count this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we are, round 1, heat 1 of the Golden Breed Noserider Invitational. In red, Kira Molnar. In white, Jive Constable. In blue, Hunter Williams. In green, Declan Whiten. And in orange, Clinton Guest. This is an invitational, so it is not a qualification to enter into this. You actually had to be an invitation extended. The invitation went out to world champs. As we see blue, Hunter Williams setting up the line. Going up to a 5. Into a 10. Holding that line. Still holding that line. Great start to his opening ride. Our surfer in blue, surfer shaper Hunter Williams. 6 waves maximum. Blues first score, a 12.97. As he turns around, sets his line. Back up to the nose, 5 to a 10. Holding that line, walking back. As you can see, little Hunter Williams really loosening up those knees, driving through the bounce. Exceptional nose riding from our young nose rider, Hunter Williams. Okay. All right. Wide up and everything. Up to a 5. Holding that 5. So last wave of blue was a 10.93. At the moment, blue, you've got a total heat score of 23.90. 23.9. Sorry, not 23.90. 23.900. So white was incomplete, no score. You must walk back off of your nose and complete the maneuver. A little bit different rules here in the Noserider compared to other places. Some places, as soon as you take a step back off the 5. You need to walk all the way back to the tail, turn, and then go back up to the nose until the timer starts. Where here you can go from a 5 to a 10 to a nice 5 as long as you do not step behind the tape. So it is making sure that you keep it within the cutoff zone. As we see green up to a 5, holding that 5, back off the, up to another quick 5, tapping that again. All right, green, your opening time is a 1.24. $15 minutes remaining. So you'll see in each heat, we will have one woman, CT surfers, qualifying surfers, and Groms as well. As we see our surfer in blue, trimming, getting his line up to a 5. No change for blue. All right, up and riding red, Kira Monor. Quick 5. Nice little turn to set her line up again. Up for the 5, holding that 5. Incomplete ride, no score. As we see orange, Clinton Guest up to a 5, holding that 5. Back up to the 5. Again, 5 to the 10. Type 5, holding that 5, still in the 5. And just remember, you do not need to be out on the face. You can power through the white water on the nose, as we saw Clinton Guest. Perfect example of that. Very exciting to be down here. For those of you that are sitting on the beach, you're watching the Golden Breed Noserider Invitational. The heats that are in the water are specifically about how much time you can spend on the front end of your longboard, which is nose riding. Considered one of the hardest and most technical part of surfing, besides, I think, getting barreled. So just a reminder, you only get 6 waves. So make the most of them. As we see paddler and blue up on the nose, grabbing his rail, trying to make it around this section. Is he going to plow through this? Unfortunately, just getting caught behind the wave. Orange, you are on 13.2. So at the moment, we've got blue in the lead, followed by orange and then green, with 10.5 minutes remaining. As we see red, Kira Molnar looking for a 5. Hold, quick tap to the nose, trying to get back into this section, up to a 5. All right, red, that last wave will not be scored, unfortunately. 9 minutes. All right. You are allowed to split the waves if you'd like to. There are waves on the inside, just giving you a little insider trading. As we see Kira paddling for this wave. Opting with and I've got our local lifeguard and Noserider extraordinaire, Stewie. Stewie, give us a little insight as to the conditions at the moment. You live here. You understand about the pausing on the nose. Give us some insight.
Belen, it's lovely to be back. So, right now, some pretty riveting things going on out there. An outgoing tide and not much swell rolling in. So, these surfers in the water do need to make the most of any little ripple that comes in. And for them to actually be able to nose ride these waves is incredibly impressive. So joining us down here is former nose rider competitor and Noosa Festival champion, Matt the Waxhead Chinaski. He is the man with the vocals, the shiniest dome in town, and an all-round legend, about to grace you with his voice.
Thanks so much, Stewie. That's Stu's the resident lifeguard. Often, if you can't find him on the beach, he's so deep in the barrel that you just got to wait for him to get spat out of the tube at boiling pot. His exploits are known internationally from El Salvador to Mexico, all the way up along the west coast of the USA. That is Stewie Jays. And we have some waves approaching, Bell, and oof, there's a wide section that nobody's sitting on. Oof, this one's going completely unridden. White up and riding.
As you see, Jive Constable up to a 5, holding that 5 to a 10, back to a 5, walks off of it. And then back up to a 5, another quick 5.
And very, very risky because you have to make the wave. You have to get back behind the tape. So if you get like a 15-second nose ride and then you nosedive at the end, it does not count. That Jive completing that wave. No. Oh, maybe.
As we see Jive opting to sit on a little bit wider inside bank, which is probably a good call coming into the 5-minute mark. We have seen a couple little waves peel towards that inside section. For 8.67 white. That wave gave you a time score of an 8.67. 4.5 minutes remaining.
Bellin, I've got the binoculars out and I'm looking at times, and Orange is in front of the line. Yeah, a couple of nose rides. 2 feet have got to be in front. And he gets back. And Green. Hold that for me. And that one not allowing any more scoring opportunity for Declan and Green. So basically the lines are so close together, it's really hard to cheat and do a stretch 5. So it's all about the hang 10, predominantly double time. I'm sure you've educated all the people on the beach about what to expect with a nose ride. And we got the live stream, of course. And Dea Novidasari paddling out next. She is from Kuta Beach, Indonesia, one of the brightest prospects in the Asia region. One of my favorite nose riders, super stylish. Dea, go out and do your trademark hang 10 for us, please. Give everyone a wave.
Dea was absolutely ripping at Tea Tree the other day. I saw some of her nose rides just in the pocket, legit, so controlled. I'm very excited to see what she puts out. What's that?
It's okay. 399, so I added to 17.19 in second place.
All right, Orange.
3 minutes remaining.
Orange, your last wave was a 3.99, so total heat score at the moment is a 17.19. So it is Blue with a 23.90.
And riding right now. And he's in front of the line, hanging 10. There he is, double time for the 10. Back to 5. And he gets another 10 for Hunter Williams. Incredible nose riding there. Can he get back? He does. Well done. A round of applause for the 11-year-old.
As you see White on the inside, hanging 10, back to 5. Luckily able to walk back after that. Hunter just showing an absolute display of legit hanging 10 in the pocket, driving off of that. Be interesting to see. As we had said earlier, if you hang 10, it's 2 seconds. If you hang 5, it's 1. And we're very lucky at this nose rider. You do not have to walk back and turn off the tail to get back up into a 5 to get your time started again.
So let's get into a little history of nose riding with 1:40 remaining. Longboarding was never called longboarding traditionally. It was surfing. And it was before shorter boards were invented. And the nose ride was a trick. It wasn't so much function. And while the Australians were developing a power surfing approach, the Americans really took to nose riding. It suited their waves a lot. Noosa is one of the few waves that is likened to those American point breaks like Malibu. So we had our fair share of Noseriders over here. We'll get into that in a moment. We got scores updated. Bellin, please educate us.
All right, that last wave of our surfer in blue came in at 19.38. So at the moment, our little surfer in blue, 32.35 is his combined time of hanging 5 and 10. Absolutely schooling this heat with a second wave of white. White has moved into second with a 19.35.
And 30 seconds remaining.
And
White
orange
might have
with
a little
19.
wave on the outside.
An orange with 19. 24 seconds remaining. Sorry about that, Chonito.
Yeah, it's okay. We got to get them their times, and we got to get them the time with 15 seconds remaining. That's Jive. We'll count this one out in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
In 100 meters, keep left. Head north on M. One motorway for 302 kilometers. Estimated time of arrival, 3:08 p.m. Starting route to destination.
.67, but Bowie, he's pulling everything out. Apart from lead weights and a hydrofoil, he's got all sorts of stuff going on in that tail.
All right, Red, your first wave, a 3.85. Again, 3.85.
I was a panel beater, my friend. Had to do many a thing.
So I could say about you.
So the judges are debating, and the commentators who's the best at tail surfing and nose riding, and I'm all about that front full forward trim. Okay. No scores of consequence anyway.
No, we're just going to drop 3. All right, cool. Should mention that.
Yeah, cool. We'll do, of course.
He's working today on his own.
So the Noserider Invitational, this is one of the premier events on the longboard schedule. Despite the waves of what we have out there, there is a common theme among lifeguards and invitational events. Of course, Luke Shepherdson taking out the 2023 Eddie Aikau Invitational on his lunch break, surfing waves in the vicinity of 35 to 55 feet. Nick Brewer on his lunch break surfing waves in the realm of about 0.5 to 1.5 feet. But all the same, the process is the same. Instead of knifing those big waves, Nick's going to be knifing the nose. So a big round of applause for our local lifeguard, Nick Brewer, out there. Not a bad place to spend your lunch break, hey, Nick? He gave us a little smile there. He's on the clock. 18 and a half minutes remaining. Mia Waite, young local pro surfer. Cash Hoover took out the under-18 juniors here last weekend with a convincing display. We have a post-heat interview lined up with Hunter Williams. So if Hunter wants to come up to the commentary booth, we're going to have a little word with Hunter.
Hunter is giving me some advice on my fin. It was really sweet. You're talking about boards, and it is amazing to see how detailed this kid understands about boards and fins and nose riding already at 11 years old.
We have some action here. Exactly right. We talk boards all the time. And I got the binoculars out. This is our surfer in blue, Daya. Hanging 5, gets a little 10. Doesn't matter how they do it. Nice 5 there. She's in front of the line. Of course, there's a line on the board with duct tape. That's indicating if they are both feet are in front to get scoring 5s. Daya took out Harrison Roach's Invitational event, the Twinkle Toes Invitational, earning her a spot over here in Noosa. She has a style very reminiscent of a Cassia Meador.
Oh, we love Cassia. Miss her. Great surfer, great human.
Where was Hunter? Hunter, I can see you down there talking boards. You got your post-heat interview, bro. Clinton.
Blue, your last time of 5.82. So Dea of 5.82.
Hey, Hunter, we're on camera. Can you come up for your post-heat interview? He's talking boards with Clinton coming up in the next heat.
Oh, yeah. So, oh, my God, Clinton, what was that like? Tell me
Clinton, you learn a few things? Yeah.
The most switched on
The
kid.
winner of that last heat coming up to tune us in on nose riding.
Oh, look at that smile. He's so excited to get up here. Hunter, give us a little bit of insight. Got Matt wanting to pick your brain.
Yeah,
darling.
buddy. Jump on the mic for a sec. So, small little first point waves, but you clocked up over 30 seconds out there. What was the plan?
Just to sit a little bit wider.
Yeah.
I mean, that really worked, but also when it's small, my board's a full roll bottom, so it sits in a really good spot where you get the most speed.
Yep.
So.
Did you ride the 9 foot or the 8 foot?
8 foot.
You're the 8 footer, sick, and no concave, hey?
No concave.
Wow, incredible.
None
So you have to be in the pocket, hey?
Oh yeah, but it puts you into a funnier part in the wave where it sucks the water over onto its deck, so you don't have to be in the pocket actually the whole time.
Wow, incredible. Really using the rocker of the board as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, in the nose I've got 3 inches, and then in the tail I got 3.5.
Oh, so you got the McTavish specs there. Bob gave you a few tips last year, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, but I mean, with this board, I kind of just wanted something that was half-half. So, like, I can ride and I can nose ride really well, but then also trim and go quite fast. So, yeah.
So involvement surfing, you try and do your nose rides really deep in the pocket, right?
Yeah, I mean, then you can go really fast.
Is there really any other way to nose ride, darling, except in the pocket?
I mean, sometimes it depends what wave it is. If it's like a big wave, I'll be right out on the shoulder and actually going pretty much straight, and then you can nose ride because it's pretty much like you're on a seesaw half off a cliff.
Yep. Well, the whole world just listened to our nose riding technique. So let's say a wave out to the 10,500 people tuning in.
Hello.
This is Hunter Williams. He just took out nose rider heat number 1. He'll be coming up in the next round. Thanks, Hunter. Go prep. We'll see you soon, and maybe you'll be the winner by the end of today. Get some
Hopefully.
prize money.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
And one day I'll have you shape me.
What are you going to spend it on?
600 blanks.
Hey! I don't know if he knows how much blanks cost, but
They cost $200 each, and isn't it $5,000?
that's all right. We'll
Wait, how much is it?
that's okay. We'll
I thought it was $5,000.
maths lessons are next week, but
Because-
that's okay. Let's do nose riding lessons today.
Yeah.
So can I put an order in for a board from you?
Yeah, I'd love to because then I'd be able to shape some more boards for some people and see how they go.
What's your label called?
Nothing much. I mean, I aren't gonna have a big logo or whatever. I'm just gonna write Hunter Williams on the bottom.
Oh, get the signatures ready. It's going up in price. Thanks, Hunter. It's always a pleasure. Well done.
See ya.
Congratulations, darling. Oh my goodness. Wow, there we go. I'm putting my board order in now.
If he's going at those prices, I can't wait.
$200 blanks.
Let's go.
Oh, bless. As we're down to the 12-minute mark, we see Surfer in red. Oh, orange. Send up the line. Going in for a 5. Just keeping the judges on their toes.
Thank you. White's last wave, a 3.85 second. Where are we on that one? 1.95 for White. Red, 3.85 seconds. And blue, 5.82. So Daya, 5.82 seconds in the lead in this heat. But it is a cumulative.
What a great interview. The insight. You wouldn't see most adults understanding anything about rocker thickness with understanding their boards. I've asked people before, oh, so can you tell me the dimensions of your board? They're like, I don't know. My shaper just made it.
Hey, try speaking to a modern day longboard shaper about rocker. Not too many have much to say.
Jesus. So it's great to see. It compliments to the father and the mother's.
I'm looking on the shore. I know of Kai Takayama and Kyle Flint, two people who know a lot about rocker. Kyle will be coming up in the nose rider shortly with the Michael Takayamas, and there's a secret source to that. In fact, that Kai Salas board sitting in that purple one is heavily influenced from what Michael's done over the years. On the other end of the spectrum, you have Kyle Flint, whose boards are unique and inspired by the Australian generation. Two of the best board builders in longboarding at the moment. Michael Takayama's son, Kai, and another Kai, Kyle Flint. Second in the LQS just about an hour ago. Tremendous surfing. Up and riding, orange, Nick Brewer on his lunch break. Couple of touches of the nose ride there, adding a few seconds.
Just coming down to 10 minutes.
Oh, here we go.
With a little bit of bump coming through. We see a couple of people seeing this. Up the point, we've got green. Turning around and having a look and paddling is red. Green up and riding. Unfortunately, just getting pulled off the back.
And red.
Cash.
This is our Hawaiian, Cash. She's in front of the line there. Nice couple of touches there. She gets a second or two in the hang 10 and a couple of seconds hanging 5. So that'll be a cool little score. A few seconds logged in. But it's Daya out the back in blue. A few little lines approaching. We're under 10 minutes remaining. Red's combo score of 9.95 seconds. That was the 6-second wave. And here we go on the outside section. We got some movement. Eyes out the back to green. This is Bowie Pollard. And our surfer Red on the inside, fading into this as well. Oh, green gets a couple touches. That'll be his best one yet. And blue looks like she's got a little wave. And this is our Indonesian competitor. Let's watch this. Blue up on the nose. Hang 5-10. And outside, Nick Brewer in orange. Couple of touches there. A few fives.
Now we're starting to see a little bit of pump in the swell now as we see surfer in green up and riding on the inside up to a 5 to a 10. Walking back again, setting back up to a 5 as we see surfer in white. Mia Waite up to a 10, holding that, but unfortunately getting pulled off. And if you do not walk back and complete that, it is put down as a 0.
Yeah.
Can you shout out those crews swimming, or do you want me to go and move them?
So this is the Golden Breed Noserider. We have a few water photographers out there, but we got some swimmers over to the left and Learn to Surf guy with his kids on the softboard. We got people viewing in from around the world, and you guys are actually in the contest area. So if you could politely move to the north, move up towards the flags, please, up the beach. That'll be greatly appreciated. That's the guy there on the blue board teaching his kid to surf, and those other surfers just to the left-hand side of the contest area. Thank you. We are live broadcasted. Thank you to Panka Productions. This is the Noosa Festival of Surfing, Golden Breed Noserider Division, and Cash in red. Talk us through this one, Belen.
Tash setting up her line up to a 5 to a 10, still holding that back to a 5.
And orange out here on the wide section. That's a 5. He's in front of the line there. Oh, set on the outside.
Oh, look at
Let's
this.
go, Daya.
Oh, goodness. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Daya is going to show on this wave. Nice line to it as we see green as well, having a little sneaky look, setting it up. Nice quick stall up to a 5. Oh, just sinks the nose in, unfortunately.
That wave fattened up there, and green out wide. Getting a close 5 there. Gets a 5, gets a 10 as well. Holding the 10 there is Bowie Pollard in green. 5.5 minutes remaining.
All right, so again, free surfers and people swimming, we do need you to please move west. As you can see, the guy wearing the green rash guard will be coming straight towards you. We do not want you to get hurt. So again, yellow surfboard, girl in the light blue rashy, if we could please get you to keep walking. Thank you. Yeah, nothing worse than getting hit by a surfboard.
Yeah, and we're talking about the Noserider designs before Hunter joined us, and there was this contest, the Tom Moray Noserider Invitational 1965, which really set a trajectory for American longboarding. They played with fins, lead weights in the back of boards, like hydrofoil type setups, anything they could do to increase the nose riding.
That would have been fun, trying all the various boards and how it affects, like you said, putting those weights in and so forth.
And here goes, Nick was having a look at that. No takers. We've got a few minutes left.
All right, red update for you. Last 9.27, so total of a 15.37. White, you're on 1.95. Blue combination of 8.73. Green, 8.62, and orange 3.23.
Can they share waves? Yeah. We can share waves on opposite sides of the peak.
That's okay.
As long as you don't drop in, it's all good. So that's okay, Blue, you can go.
see.
White deep, orange, blue up as well.
As orange on that outer bank on the inside up to a 5. Now holding that, still holding up to a quick 10, walking back. 3 surfers up on 1 wave.
3.5 minutes remaining. Still lots of time.
As we might see a bump coming through for our surfer up all by herself up the point. All right. So, young men that are on your shortboards right here, can we please have you, oh, thank you, move out of the lineup. We do need you all to please move west towards the rental area. So keep moving north, moving west. So again, the 2 boys with their shortboards, we do need you to move towards the music out of the contest area.
Look at this little
Yes,
bump.
you.
We got some action. This is Red, Cash.
Oh, look at this wave. Still holding that. Still holding
She's on
that.
the line. She's on the line. Sorry. Don't mean to be that guy. I've got the binoculars though.
Was her foot over the line or on the line?
It was on the line. Bowie digs the nose. Sorry, it was on the line. Yeah.
Well, this was. Well, it is a nose riding. It is not a stretch 5 event.
Yeah, so both feet have to be in front of the line. And the further apart your feet are, the easier it is to hold the stretch 5. Although Cash's feet are generally pretty close together, and she's hanging 10 that often, you don't really need to worry about it. But she's already smashing it with a high heat total in red. High. Red, you've had 6 waves. That's your total.
So Red, you will need to come in now. So again, Red, you do need to come in. Great surfing.
Nice. That's all right. I'm happy to see
1 minute, just coming down to 1 minute remaining.
Oh, could have a little bump.
I love the volunteering. No, that was very good. I will volunteer to dispose of those beverages.
Oh, Mia and Day are out the back.
All right, 36 seconds. Not 30, 36.
Woo! There's Mia in white, the local gal. And Dea behind her in blue paddling.
Mia setting up that line. Quick 5.
She's out and blue up.
Blue
Just
up.
approaching 10 seconds as Dea completes that wave in blue. And green on the outside. Count us down, Bellin.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is the end of our round 1, heat 2 of our Golden Breed Noserider Invitational. We are going to be going into heat 3. Ooh, I didn't know she was in this. We've got Sierra Lerback, Keani Kanalu, Ryder Worthington, Jack Norton, Gavin Ide.
Ladies and gentlemen, please ensure that your seatbelt is fastened and drop your window shades. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sri Lanka. The local time is 7 a.m.
Well done to that heat as they make their way up the beach. Bowie in green, Nick Brewer in orange, Daya Novidasari in blue, Mia Waite in white. Great surfing from you all, and Cash Hoover, who was in the red singlet. And this is our surfer in white. Waiting for this section. Nice 5 there. Stylish surfer from Queens and Waikiki. One of the most powerful surfers on the World Longboard Tour. But she's also got a beautiful longboard style. Beautiful nose ride style. Some action. I'm going to get the binos out. And this is Jack Norton in green. We'll also have Gavin Idoni in orange. Kevin Scavana, who's not here. There is a spot available. So if anybody fancies not jumping in, we don't have room for you. There is no available spots. They've all been spoken for. Bowie Pollard, look at that tail. The modern day UFO. And Cash Hoover, you had a lot of seconds in that last heat. Cash, do you want to come up and have a couple of words? Post-heat interview for Cash Hoover. This is the Golden Breed Nose Rider. The idea when the waves come is to stand on the front of the nose for as long as possible. It's one of the things that separates this style of surfing, longboarding, from other forms. And here goes Yellow up the beach. Yellow, get a little nose ride, digs the nose. Not that I really care, but it's a bit unprofessional. My hooter stopped working again. Yeah, I'll just do it with my mouth. So if we need just a little connection. It'd be nice to get it fixed. Yeah. Yeah, Cash. How you going?
Good.
Oh, just hide that.
Thank you.
Oh, how embarrassing. Got the buttons mixed up. Cool. Sorry, that was so impromptu earlier. So.
Yeah, no, it's fully. It's all good. It's still good. Really, really well.
That was a lot harder than I thought it was.
Put it on the screen. So just under 15 minutes remaining. Sets to approach. to go live, guys, as well. So on us. So. We only put the judges on special occasions. So we see, and we got Red on the outside section. Having a look at this. This is another lifeguard on his afternoon break, and White behind him is Kiani again. And we say hello to all of our viewers from around the world. We have Cash Hoover, who was in that last heat. You had an amazing heat total. You had many, many seconds up there on the nose. What was your strategy?
My strategy was trying to maybe find a medium-sized one so it would just run down the line. It's pretty difficult out there only because it's so small, but I think it was a lot of fun overall. And I got to share the heat with one of my friends, Mia White.
And what ball were you riding?
I was riding my Michael Takayama.
Ah, okay. We know that they nose ride well, and you think Kai's going to go pretty good coming up in the next heat?
I think he's going to do pretty well. I'm pretty sure he won last year, didn't he?
Oh, Kai's won everything at some point.
Yeah.
And look at the live action there. Let's look at Rider's Wave. Oh, he hangs 10. Oh, he didn't get back. No. And Red, this is Stuart, the lifeguard. Woo! Hang 10. He gets back from... Yeah, how hard is it to get back from the nose?
I think it's pretty hard. I thought I was going to nosedive, walk off the board a couple of times because I had to quickly cross step back from the nose just so you don't nosedive.
Yeah. Well, you did fantastic. Really flowing style. And to anyone back home, do you want to say hello?
I want to say thank you to my auntie. She gets up at like 4 a.m. from New York just to watch all my heats live.
Wow.
So, thank you.
No worries. Oh, well, hello to your auntie. What's her name?
Jamie.
Jamie. Hello to Jamie from Noosa Heads. We're going to go back to live action. Thank you, Cash.
Thank you.
Some action. This is White. Gavin. Oh, yellow. Sorry. Orange. Yellow. All the same. Orange and yellow. Or it could be white, but it's orange. So that was orange. And fading into this is blue looking for the nose ride. Ryder. And green, Jack Norton. Jack completes that one. Oh, sets approaching on the outside. We see Gavin. He's streaking out to his local spot. This is the set of the afternoon. As I get my iPhone unlocked to get a photo to make people at home feel like they're missing out. Of course, we always do that on the best sets of the day. And yellow. Orange fading into this. Look at this thing. Did he overcook it? I'm going to put pressure on him. Goes to the nose. And red on the inside. Couple of touches for yellow. And blue on the inside. White. Long nose ride for White. And blue as well. She's going to go all the way to the inside. Another touch. Gets back. Watching White down in front of the surf club. Gets a little touch of the 10. Round of applause for the Hawaiian, Kiani Canulo. Nice there from Kiani. A little pep in her paddle. 10 minutes remaining. And Ryder got a couple of nose rides on the inside of that wave and Kiani on the outside. And blue and orange. Having a look at this. Yellow super deep here. Goes down on that. That won't count. Blue, 5, gets a 10, and he gets back as well. And White out wide, just on the best part of this bank. Wow, using one of her waves, precious waves on that. 9 minutes remaining. Although that upper bank looks good, it seems that most of the nose rides are going on this inside outer bank. Eight and a half remaining. This is Green, Jack Norton. And Kiani hunting out wide. She can go. Oh, Red holding the nose ride there for Jack. Our surfer in green and Gavin in orange. And our cameraman doing a fantastic job. If you're hearing scores going back and forth, and on the outside bank, White.
It's a great move moving into the bay more as we see surfer on her backhand in White.
Oh.
Unfortunately, just pulling off of that. But yeah, you can see it's really kind of not working that well up into the point. Everyone kind of coming back down this way. With 8 minutes remaining.
Blue has his quota of waves, so you are meant to be coming in, Ryder. Seven minutes remaining. Blues reached his quota. Thanks, Ryder. So Ryder's making way for the other surfers. Yellow's done. Yellow's had his quota of waves too, Gavin. You were just waiting. You knew you had yours. You were just wondering if we'd tabulated it. White leading this one was 7.83 seconds. And we have Blue, coming in with 19 seconds. White, you have 7.83. Orange coming in with 6.4 seconds. Green, 7.7 seconds. And Red, just there at 1.13. But with 6 minutes to go, Red is a bit of a wave magnet. And riding a borrowed surfboard, we know that he can hang the 10 toes over with the best of them. Yeah, White with a terrific hair flick out there.
That was very amazing hair flick.
I prefer the more streamlined approach.
As we see a couple bumps up the point, see if it filters down towards a little bit wider bank.
Ooh.
Imagine finding this wave back in the day.
Martin Parr Bendel definitely putting their hat in the ring. Hey, there's a couple surfers going off the point. We'll catch up with them in a moment. And our surfer in green, this is Jack. Five and 10 does great just to get a completed wave there. 3.5 remaining. There's our surfing Gavin making his way in. He surfed 4 times today.
Are you feeling pretty cooked, Gavin?
Oh, we have some updates with Red. This is Stuart. Gets a hang 5. Doesn't like the look of that one. And an update here. Blue with the 19-point total. He's out. He's finished. He's come in. 6.49 for orange. Yellow, that was Gavin. 9.46 for green. 7.8 for white. So if white can get another good one, that's going to fare well. And red, just the small marginal score at this point, but he's just playing the long game with 2 minutes 20. He knows the set's going to come. He's going to knock it out of the park with a big old 10. That is the aim of the game. If you can just stand on the front and hang 10, you win.
I wonder how many people are listening to that saying, if only I could. Even though it does look quite easy, it is very technically difficult. And then add doing it with style. It's even harder. With 1.5 minutes remaining. As we see in round 1, heat 4, paddling out. That's Sophia Culhane, Tully White, Jack Tyro, Dylan McLeod, and Kaimana Takayama. With coming down to the 1 minute mark. "45 seconds. As we see green paddled all the way from pretty much the outside to this inside. Going up to 5, holding that. Just a quick walk back and 10 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is the end of our round 1 heat.
Gauge roads made for you.
Loser has to sit on the back. Whatever. Let's go to the beach.
Tully White up the point all by. Setting up her line. Going up for the 5. Just going to walk back. Back up to the 5. Holding that again. Another quick tap. Holding that 5. Holding that 5. Unfortunately, just not walking back off of that. As we see bumps up the point. What do you think about this, Mr. Matt?
Oh, very far up there for Dylan McLeod in green, but he knows his spot. Up on the nose. On the line there for that second 5, so that second nose ride didn't count. Second bit of the nose ride didn't count.
All right, White scrouching out the back. She sees something. The beautiful thing about this heat is we're not hindering anyone's surfing ability.
And here goes White fading into this. Small footwork, small feet, up on the nose, close together. That one fades away.
Oh.
That looked good on the takeoff, but not materializing. Tully's got one of the most delicate cross steps in the business, and you know when she gets to nose, her feet are always so close together. This is the Golden Breed Noserider Invitational, round 1, heat 4. Some big names in the water at the moment.
All right.
Let's talk us through an update from last heat, Belen.
All right, in blue, we've got a 9.89 out in the water right now, and in green, a 2.4. So from last heat, red, we had a 1.13, white, a 7.83, and blue, a 19.09, in green, a 9.46, and orange, a 6.49.
And yellow. $14 minutes remaining. Sophia Colhane in red. She's won the World Tour event when it was held back here in 2020. She's been a festival regular since about 2017. Tully White, she's also been coming up for many years, since junior years on the World Longboard Tour. She had a fantastic showing in the final just an hour ago at up at the beach where we had the WSL qualifying series. Jack Tyro made the final in 3rd place, representing New Zealand. Dylan McLeod, South Africa, via Noosa. And he's out there in green. He made the final as well with a great showing, coming in 4th. And Kai Takayama has won the Noserider here. He's won the juniors here. He's been in the teams challenge, the pros, and part of one of the most prolific family of surfboard builders of all time, especially in Southern California. We're at beautiful Noosa Heads on the Sunshine Coast. Look at that vista as we look out to Double Island Point. Have a look at that. Absolutely gorgeous.
It is it's very clear right now. You
Yeah.
can see all the detail in the valleys out there. It's a beautiful spot. It's one of the last places up this coast you can drive on the beach and get there. All right, we've got some insight for you. At the moment, we've got our top 6 times. We've got Cash Hoover with 15.37. We got Jai with a 19.35. Hunter with a 32.35. Clinton Guest with a 17.19. Ryder with a 19.09. And the lowest score at the moment to beat is a 9.46. So if anyone can beat a 9.46, you will take that last spot.
And Green up, deep, and White goes down. Green, a couple of touches on the nose there, gets a 10 as well.
So the final will be 25-minute heat, 6 surfers. And 2 more heats to qualify. 1 more heat to qualify, actually. Be very exciting to see the battle of the Noseriders. And I love that the women are surfing with the men as well, and it's not a separate division.
And here we have our surfer in orange. This is Kaimana Takayama. Poking the nose there. Sets on the outside, just 1 or 2 maybe.
All right, Red having a look at this. Trying to get back into the pocket of the wave. Going left, up to the nose, holding that 5, still on the 5. As we see Blue. Just a quick tap. Getting a little bit of redirection. And up to a 5, to a 10, holding that, walking back. That was Jack Tyro. 10 minutes. The beach bar going off at the moment. I went for a quick swim and you could hear the water bumping underneath. So if I want to go for a little boogie, head on down to the beach bar. It's cracking right now. As we see a couple little bumps coming in.
Yeah, Blue taking a look at this one. White, sorry, Tully on the blue board. Oh, that's confusing. Tully, White in blue. Tully, White in white on the blue board.
A couple scores here. Blue combination of a 22.04. Green combination of 13.58. Red, you have a 1. And orange combination of a 7.86. So just coming down to the 7-minute mark. It's nice to feel a little bit of the refreshing. We've been hammered by the sun all day. So it's nice to feel a little bit of a temperature drop. With that coming down to
Just approaching the 6-minute mark remaining. Green on the outside sees something. And on the inside, this is yellow, orange taking a look with red. Red on the nose, gets a 5 and a 10, pokes it, goes down. Yellow staying really busy, and he gets back. Oh, he does get back behind the nose. Oh, we got some waves. Green up the point, red on the inside.
Green holding that 5 still. Able to walk back. As you see White, quick little nose ride and a wave up the point. People scratching. We see Green turn and burn and up the point. Take off, fade in up to a 5, holding that 5, walk back, and then
red out
inside
wide.
of this.
It's red out wide, Sophia. Red, a hang 5. Get another hang 5. Getting some seconds tabulated. And, yeah, we got some times to lock in with 4 minutes remaining. As we see Malia Illigan going down for her heat. She comes from Ventura, which is home of the first Noseride contest ever in 1965, the Tom Murray Noserider Invitational.
Where was that ran? Was that ran at C Street?
It was run at C Street.
Nice. A few waves up
that was the
way.
first surfing event with prize money. Correct me if I'm wrong.
All right. Two minutes remaining. All right, $2K for the prize winner. Amazing. That's a nice little $2,000 bonus.
That's why we see the big names competing with 2.5 remaining.
How many blanks is that, Hunter?
600.
Don't worry, it's not right. 2 minutes now. 8 minutes.
And then Red having a look at this. Going up for the backhand redirect, holding that. All right, coming in to a minute and a half remaining. As we see something. Oh, Blue standing up. You see Jack.
Minute 30.
Arms up in the air. Super pumped for his friend in green.
Last wave for green. Close 5. Gets a 10. Oh, he's on the line there. He's at the 10. Nice work from Dylan. So the 10's counting. Making sure he's in front of the line. There he goes. Completed wave there for green on his last. And white. 1 minute remaining. Searching for this inside. Nice long 5 here for white. She gets back. 40 seconds remaining and some waves approaching. Let's go for Jack Tyro, one of the fastest paddlers.
Oh my goodness.
The money is on the line, that $2,000. Can he get there in time for this wave? He's going to have to go with 30 seconds. He's coming. Let's go. 25 seconds. There's a better one behind it, but that's okay. Commentator's curse with 15 seconds remaining.
Oh, he's going to send you an
10,
invoice for that.
9, 8, 7,
Oh, you dick.
5, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're counting this next one in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heat 5, round 1. This is. As we see yellow paddling for this one. He's got a little section. 5 through the whitewash. Nah, doesn't like it. And white. Malia Illigan from Ventura. A series of nose rides there for Illigan. And she kicks out.
Okay, we've got some official results from that last heat. In red, 2.07. White, 4.70. Blue, 22.04. Green, 14.55. Well, 14.55. And orange, a 10.27.
Wow. Well done to those surfers. Jack Tyro, in the end, didn't need a last wave. He progressed through by the sounds of it to the next round. And here we have some action. This is Kai in orangey yellow. Hang 5, stretch it, 10, 5, 10, 10, 10. A couple of seconds there logged in for Kai. Came second in the LQS. 15.5 remaining. Some more sets approaching. We'll get you those times in due time.
All right, having a look at this. Turn and burn. Is he going to get into Surfer in red? And then in orange, Kai Ellis Flint and Josh on the nose as well. Back up to a 5, up to a 10.
We have some news that the lowest score now is 15.37. So Cash Hoover is on the cusp.
Ooh.
So the stakes have gone up. It's an accumulative total here. And here goes green. It's about time on the nose. Blue.
So swimmers, if we can get those little kids just a little bit west, we'd hate for anyone to get hit by a board. So again, parents, if we can just get a bunch of those young kids swimming just to move a little bit west, just up the beach, please. We do have the surfers coming right through where they're at. So again, little boogie boarder in the red boardies. If you can just move, thank you. If you could just move up. Again, all those little boogie board and the girl in the little blue rashi. If we could get you to please move a little bit up the beach. Thank you.
And here we have our surfer in white. Winner of LQS. She surfed so much today. She just won the Longboard Pro a couple of hours ago. Quick footwork. That Wayne Rich board looking nice.
Putting in a great effort. Continuous nose rides. Nice walking back. She would be exhausted. So coming into just under 13 minutes. We are in the last heat of the Golden Breed Noserider Invitational. We will be moving into the final. As we see waves coming out the back, we see red having a scratch. And a couple waves on the inside as well. Red having a look at this, white going left.
Green going left.
Green going left.
Red fading into this. And that's blue on the outside. Red hanging 10. So red locking in about 3.5 seconds of hang 10 there. So double time for hanging 10. Nice work for red. Couple of seconds nose riding there. Malia with a few 5s. This is all about the amount of time on the nose. And this is real trick surfing. Not overly functional, but this is not what this event's about. It's about nose riding, not scoring points like we would usually see in the World Longboard Tour. And yellow, this is Kai. Orange. Oh, let's see what this one does. Fattening up on him, which is not a bad thing. Here we go. 10, 5. Gets a little bit of work done there. A few more seconds to the tally. 10 minutes, 40 remaining. Red with a 14.7 combined total. Looking good. Still not in that. Well, actually, right there on the cusp of the qualifying. And white with 7.3 seconds. And blue, 3 seconds. Green, 7.2. And yellow, 7.4. So lots of work to do for yellow, green, blue, and white. Nice to know that there's at least a status quo there to work off. With 9 minutes left, we have waves approaching. And yellow up on the nose. A few extra seconds there too. Blue hunting through here.
All right, having a look at this. Siffer in white, paddling. This is Malia. Going up to a 5. Coming back up to a 5 around this white water. Oh, just coming unstuck, unfortunately.
That boat, very unique out the back. It's disappeared from the webcast view, but maybe they chose the wrong port to pull into.
Yeah, Augusto Lento holding that 5, really long 5. See a couple little corduroys in front of us right now.
Seven minutes remaining.
Five and a half minutes. So red, you are on 14.79. Blue, you are on 5.78. White, 7.32. And orange, 8.14. So we'll see. Does that red bump into the 6th position? We have to get some.
Right around
It's
there.
right on that
13
cusp.
was the cusp. So it's between Cash and Josh. Some sets approaching, 5 minutes. And red. Oh, he's got the section. Gets a hang 10. He might get the, he will get the bonus. He's on the line there. He knows that. He's going to go to 10 now. Gets a 10, and he'll get back. Of course he does. Well done, Josh. 4.5 remaining. Extending your seconds on the nose. Josh has a 17.11 total, puts him in a qualifying position. Up next, we'll have the final of the Golden Breed Noserider Invitational. 3.5 minutes remaining. These surfers in the water, Malia included, all these guys have an opportunity to have their shot at $2,000 this evening. Coming up next, the final, and red has snuck in, but it is up to these 4 to see if they can pip red, then get one of those longer ones and hang 10 double time. All it's going to take is a couple of seconds hanging 10, and it'll be all they need.
All right, White having a look, paddling. Just getting that foot right on up to a nice 5 to a 10. Walking back as we see out the back. Surfer in yellow. Up to a 5, holding tight, 5 to a 10, still 10, back to a 5. Up to a 5 again. 5, 10. That is Kai Ellis Flint in yellow. All right, that last wave bumped orange up to 11.8. As we see blue taking off. Back up to 5 to a quick 10. All right, wide up and riding, holding that 5 foot just over the black line. Want to make sure that that stays over the line, up to a 10. As we see some sets out the back, people scratching. 3, 2, 1.
Let's see what these gentlemen can do.
I'm a real big fish. Come swim in my dish. I can help you, Danny. You can stroke my scales. Take a land from the bridge, have a seat. Let's have a little chat about me. I'm a real big fish.
Hunter, are you around? Hunter, we need you up here, please. All right, Hunter, you are in red. Jive, you are in blue. Ryder in green. Clinton, you are in orange. And Josh Constable in black. We have one more. And Jack Tyro, come and grab your Rashi in white. So Hunter, you better go grab your Rashi. Yes, Jive, you are in blue. Ryder, you are in green. Clinton, you are in orange. And Josh Constable, black. No, you're in. Hold on, gentlemen. Clinton, you are in orange. Again, Clinton guest, you are in orange. So We're going to try this again. In red, Hunter Williams.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Single player line is now going number 5,
Ladies and gentlemen, please ensure that your seatbelt is fastened and drop your window shades. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sri Lanka. The local time is 7 a.m.
Williams. Tully St. John, can we please get you to the tent? Again, Tully St. John, can we please get you to the tent? So stand-up paddler and surfer that is not in the heat, that is paddling out, we need you to head back west towards the beach bar, please. We are getting ready to start this heat. We have surfers. Thank you. We have the surfers walking down to the point. As well, those swimmers that are just here with the blue surfboard walking out on your head, and all these other swimmers, if we could have you please move up the beach. We will have some of these surfers coming into where you're at right now. So again, swimmers, surfers with the blue bottom, yellow surfboard, please walk up the beach.
So just another heads up to the free surfers out at first point. The girls on the stand-up paddleboard going out. Just so you know, this is the final of the Noserider Invitational here at Noosa. Thank you very much, Josh, for letting them know. That bloke on the green foamy going out as well. There is a reason why there is no one surfing the point at the moment, because this is an invitational only contest. And sorry, buddy, but you ain't invited.
All right, so Surfer who's paddling out on the green foamy, you need to turn left and keep paddling. Thank you. And stand-up paddle, ladies, you need to turn your stand-up paddle around and not be heading that way, please. The lifeguards are getting ready to come down and move you all up the beach, so please move. Thank you. All right, we're going to count this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, wide up and riding. This is Jack Tyro. No stranger to the nose. And again, that will be called incomplete. You need to walk back and complete your ride. So only 2 waves. All right, black and green. Okay, so 6 waves allowed to surf, 2 waves scored. All right, it's either Hunter's making him get too deep or he's actually going for it. What's the young Grom doing as we see Surfer in yellow turning around and smiling? Up to a 5, holding that 5 to a tight 5 to a quick 10, back to a 5, tight 5, still holding that to a 10. Oh, the big man going down. Surfer in yellow, Clinton Guest. And we see blue. Back up to a quick 5. This is Jive. All right, so those short boarders, the kids that are paddling out, you all need to head way up the beach, please. You are all in the contest area. Stand up paddlers. Hunter, did you send all your little homies to block for you? So again, boogie boarders and short boarders, please get out of the lineup as we see green on the nose, 2 a 10, tight 5. Hunter making Jack hold on to the rock to maintain priority and position. Jack not giving him an inch.
And with Blue Jive locking in an 8.67 seconds on the nose, and Ryder 8.76. So Green leading from Blue by 10 seconds, a point 10.
All right, Blue up and running on the inside. As you see Black to a 5, to a 10, walking back.
Ooh.
Trying to pat that dog and get around that whitewater section. Up to a 5 again, holding that to a 10. Former World Longboard Champion Josh Constable. As we see the young Hunter Williams sneak inside of Jack Tyro. Racing up to the nose. Back to a 5, holding that line.
White and green. That's Ryder way up the point. Or halfway out, sorry. My bino's playing up. Nice hang 10. And he gets back behind the line and completed.
As we see Blue trying to hold his position. Paddle battle between Blue and Red and White. Oh, Hunter paddling to the inside of Jack. And he is going.
And green on the outside, and looks like Black down the inside. Red gets a nice 10 there and gets back. Green gets a good 10. Black, 5 and 10. Black on the line there. The 5's not counting. The 10's counting. Nice work for Black. You know, there is that saying, Belen, of gentlemen's rules, but when you're a little boy, that doesn't apply.
Not when you sneeze and get into a wave, that's for sure.
And White, having a look at this one.
There is something to say about age, though, and technique and contest strategies that you can pull over a young one.
Oh, yellow on the outside. This is Clinton. And red on the inside. Couple hang 10s for red and yellow on the outside holding that nose ride. This is the Golden Breed Noserider Invitational. Yellow goes complete as Blue Jive Constable is up and riding.
Holding
Father
that
and son out there.
right on the line. Inside that, back to a 10 and a 5. Back to a quick 5. Father, son in a heat, for those of you that do not know.
Imagine those two in the teams challenge.
And then add mom to that. 2 shapers and a son.
They can do the not the family challenge. They'll do the teams, the Constable teams next year. And here goes Ryder in green. I'm going to give you scores. So the presentation will be on Sunday afternoon. We won't know the results, but lots of good times locking in. And Blue up and riding again. Holding 10 there, extended. Oh. And Red. Nice 10 there for Red. Oh. Reds was unfortunately incomplete. He fell, wanting more on the wave, more juice on the wave. Yep, it's definitely, you know, about getting greedy, nose poking the nose.
Can't be greedy. All right, 14 minutes remaining. As we've seen some great exchanging of the nose riding. It'll be very interesting to see who walks away with $2,000. So we've got some wave scores so far. All right, we have Red with a 4.34 on a 3.08 and White on a 5.87. Blue with an 8.67 and Green with a 7.25 as we see Orange out the back on the wave. Going back up to a 5, holding that 5, driving around that, still on the 5, still holding that 5 to a 10, quick 5 again. Another 5, loaded into a 10 and a 5. That is our surfer in orange. That was Clinton Guest.
And White and Blue up. These guys, Blue, White especially, must be so exhausted surfing right through all the events. Ryder's got a wave out the back. Sets approaching. We have Black on the outside of the bank. White, Green deep. This could be the heat winner. Reds had 6 waves. Hunter, please don't catch any more. First point, turning it on for the Golden Breed Noserider. And here goes Green and Yellow sharing this one together. Black on the inside, Yellow on the nose. Green holding 5, a long one for Green. And Black on the inside. Black getting lots of touches, Green getting extended touch. Black, those 5s are linking to that 10s. They're like a stalling 5, but he gets those 10s. That's like 5 or 6 hang 10s. Well done to Josh Constable and Ryder Worthington.
So again, free surfers, you can see that person in the black jersey just went right past you. So if we can get you to walk up the beach just a little bit, please. We don't want you interfering with his scoring potential with 11 minutes remaining.
No, that's all right. Just my I was just reminding. 10 minutes remaining.
All right. White up the point. Beautiful lighting. A little spotlight on him. Still holding that nose. As we see 10 and 10 even longer. A surfer in black. Fading into the white water. Seeing if this is going to give him another scoring opportunity. 2-5. Back up to another 5. 2-10.
Well done, Josh Constable.
Josh Constable.
Well, yellow. Yellow hasn't got to the nose yet. Now he's up. Holds the 5 and the 10. Holds a 5, stretching a bit. And then green in the middle. So Lon's 5s. And green on the inside. Clinton Guest in yellow. Sneaky, sneaky long time there. And this is Blue's answer. Quick footwork. He's got the hands up, just de-weighting. Eight minutes remaining. Out the back, there's Hunter Williams. He's doing the big les, or the warning man out the back with his arms crossed. He's caught his quota. He's just checking it for the boys. He's telling him, he's guiding him. Jack's going to knock him off. No, he sees a wave. Nice work, Tyro. Look at he's got out the back. No, that one's too small. Hey, Jive, you've had your 6 waves. A great final that you've had as well. Lots of good waves. It'll all be a secret with 7 minutes remaining. Black's got 2 waves remaining. Actually, there's 5 waves you've had. You got 1 more left, head judge says. Two left for White. So Green's had his quota of waves as well. Black's got the 1 left, and White still got 2 left. Orange, you've had your yellow. Clinton, you've had your quota as well. Some of these guys trying to do the sneaky. Nah, I don't blame you. First point's cooking. Well done, Jive Constable. Noserider final. Under 5 minutes remaining. Well done to Ryder Worthington as he comes in green. The local boy. As well as Jive. The youngsters really showing, well, I mean, and Hunter Williams as well, obviously lighter in body weight, but their positioning as well. Tremendous work for the three youngsters. The veteran, Clinton in yellow, makes his way in. He had a couple of really sneaky long waves there. He'll have definitely well and truly been up in the talks there. We won't know till Sunday afternoon. For the presentation over at the beach bar. Tomorrow we'll be kicking off with, well, we got 3 minutes left of this heat. Tomorrow we'll be kicking off with the high performance longboarding, World Safaris HP longboard. And we'll go from the men's into the women's. And then we have the FCS twin fin. So it's all about high performance surfing tomorrow. And then finals day for the logger, the semis in the morning on the Sunday. The old Mal final, over 65, 75, 55, 60, 70 men's. And finishing the day with the logger final. Two minutes remaining. Just take it day by day. One minute remaining. One minute. 20 seconds. There is a wide one on the bank. Ten seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That concludes the Golden Breed Noserider Invitational. A round of applause for Hunter Williams in red, Jack Tyrrell in white, Jive Constable in green, Clinton Guest in orange, and Josh Constable in black.
Gate roads for you.
Loser has to sit on the back. Whatever. Let's go to the beach.